You already know. Period.
Welcome back to Kamisha Reviews, the queen of reality TV. Now, I'm sorry, I'm super a day behind, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about a few things before I do my next live for today. The Belle Collective, the Bells, the Collective. As I was watching the episode that came on Friday yesterday, I was thinking to myself, are they going to ever get along, or why can't they get along? What's the real tea? What is really going on? We have litigation going on. First of all, happy holidays. Before I continue, we are up for Thanksgiving next week. So, of course, gobble gobble. Again, you guys, make sure you follow my food channels so that you guys let me see if I can put that in the chat. That way you guys are going to be able to see me cooking. Let me do that real quick. First, Kamisha reviews tasting food, and she can cook. That's one of the channels. I'm just gonna pop this in the chat. Did I copy it? Okay. I'm gonna pin it to the chat. There it is. It's pinned to the chat. All right. Anyway, guys, happy holidays. It's coming up very soon. Thanksgiving. Happy holidays from the queen of reality TV. But let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about, which is the Bells. Now, I've been watching this show. I've interviewed some of the cast since it first came on. And one of the things that attracted me to this show is it's in the South. I'm in Texas from Louisiana, really all over because I'm a military kid. But still, at the end of the day, this show was, in Mississippi. My boyfriend's from Mississippi. So, again, I have ties to that state somewhat. Um, the thing of it is that when it first came on, yes, we knew there was going to be arguments in between the girls. I mean, of course, it's going to be arguments. Most of these reality shows are going to have arguments, but this seems like it's becoming a focal point. I feel like in this particular the past couple of seasons, where it's just this is what it is. I know there's rivals. You got Dynasty, you got these different shows and different whatever. But I don't know why I feel like that each season it gets worse. And before, even when you got Tam, just having a baby, and she's like battling with Marie. And I'm happy that her and Marie are going to sit down and talk and everything. That's something I do think that's very salvageable. I think it was just an ugly situation. But her and Latrice, that to me, I think they both have gone below the belt so many times. There's no coming back for that. But one thing I will say is, Trish, God damn it, their names. Let me know what. Hold on, because I always it's one of these shows. There are so many people with the same name or similar name. Like no shade. Like I don't get it. I get the people in Love and Marriage Huntsville. Their names confused. Like so many Trish's and Trish's. I'm like, bro. Okay. Leticia was trying to get the collective together, right? When she did that, I really feel like she legit is trying to, she just over it. She wants to see them to be able to go on trips. She wants to see them kick here. I saw how she was so giddy when they was, imitating, which I thought that was really a cute idea, by the way, when they was imitating each other and stuff like this and having this building. I was like, I can tell she's loving this. She legit is loving this. And then you got so Gucci. You know what I'm saying? She got to roll out as soon as Selena comes in the door because they had litigation. She was just irritated with that. Can you please just stay? Whatever. Because they was it was a vibe. Before now, I'm not saying anything against Selena, but I'm just saying before Selena walked in, it was really a whole vibe until they was vibing out, having a good time, organic fun. I was having fun watching them watching them imitate each other. I thought was really funny. Even Latrice was involved. It was just funny. Okay, so but it seemed like Latrice is different when Selena comes in the room. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. I feel like whenever Selena comes into the space, Latrice acts different. I'm gonna say that. The one thing I like about Akeisha, because in the beginning, a lot of people, myself included, was kind of like, somebody new. Akeisha keeps the same smoke when it comes to her family, when it comes to her husband. Very much a Southern Belle in real life. She keeps the same energy, same smoke. Um, you can tell she's fun and she's a freak with her man. You know what I'm saying? Not being like, I'm just saying you could tell she's about her husband, she's about her kids. Not saying that nobody else is. I'm speaking on just her at this moment, right? And when it comes to the Belle, she has also, I feel like, has tried to bring them together. I love how Akeisha and So Gucci had this friendship. I really love it. I do. Because So Gucci kind of came in, like, and Akeisha came in. But the point that I'm trying to make is that Akeisha is also trying to do the same thing Letitia is doing as far as trying to get the Bells together. And it's like they fight against it. I'll say for one, Marie and Latrice, if you really want to be honest, Marie, Latrice are like in the middle and the Bells are on the outside of it. And we all know that when they get together, it's going to be all these things, right? Now, the Tambra situation, like I said, I think it's a salvageable situation where they can, really have a deep conversation and really get into it to why Marie or whatever, because I don't really. Did I interview her that year? I think I interviewed her this season, and I got to pull that interview up. Did I? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something real quick because I. Mm, let's see if I can find that interview. Because I'm trying to think, did she speak about um it says 2023. Wait, here we go. I did speak to her. I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, hold on. I spoke to her last year. Yep. Okay. Hold on. Let me share this. Let me share the screen so you guys can see this. Because she speaks about Tamra in this interview. Let me see, how does it look on here? Hold on, I'm gonna take this off the screen. And then let me make this. There we go.
Breakdown.
Let me ask you this then. Do you feel like that coming into this season?
Triumphs.
So I want to talk about like the beginning. I know that the Tamra situation was like people were shocked by it, that you guys had a situation with her ex and everything. And I know that it's split with comments saying, okay, why was she digging into her ex's life? How did this even get started?
Let me be brutally honest. I did not dig into Tambra's past life. Okay. And if we were friends, like she said that we were, then I would have already known about this guy and in their history. I would have known that this guy was a stalker. Tambra's life was in danger. I would have known that since we were friends, she said.
Right.
Those are some things that, your friend would know. So, no, I did not go digging into her life. as much stuff I have going on, I don't have time to go and research and see who somebody dated or dig off into somebody's past. But of course, with the TV show, they can't show everything, how everything transpired with every situation, So what actually happened, I have a good friend. We've been friends 20 plus years. She called me and she was like, and just ironically, we were in the middle of filming. I don't know. This guy must have caught wind we were filming.
Oh, wow.
She was like, Marie, I have this good friend of mine, he want to get in contact with the production, whoever's responsible for the coordination of the show, because he's been told his name have been brought up on the show. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know if that's true or not. And he wants to clear his name from some allegations connected to Tambra. And I'm like, what? She said, well, I know you normally don't meet with people and do this, but will you do it for me? Because he's a good friend of mine. And what he's saying is, it's a legitimate situation. Will you put him in contact with who he needs to talk to? And so I was like, well, sure. So at the next day, when it was time for me to talk to production about, things that I had going on, for the week, because we have to talk to them,
right,
a couple of times a week to bring them up, up the speed on what we have going on.
Gotcha.
So I shared the information with them, and they wanted to cover the story. They actually called me back and said, well, hey, we want to follow this story in reality, in real time, to see what this guy wants, what it is he's trying to do, and I want you and Letitia to meet with this guy.
Whoa.
I'm not knowing that this is a bogus situation or this situation didn't happen. The first thing I'm thinking.
So as you can see, and this is me covering the interview that I had with Marie, you can see what she's saying. Hey, Billy BT, what's going on? Hey, Justin T. As you guys can see what Marie is saying, that it was production that really got her involved with the Tambra situation. I really forgot I had this interview last year. I was like, yeah, she did talk about it because it was fresh at the time when I interviewed her, when the whole thing happened with Tambra.
Is, oh my God, like listening to my dear friend tell me the story, the backdrop of it. Right. I'm like, oh my God, like I've been in a position where I've had to clear my name from my castmates saying that I'm committing fraud. Like,
right, exactly.
That's serious. So, like, that's my mindset. I'm not thinking about Tambra, So I'm thinking this is a legitimate situation. I'm going to put him in contact. But I didn't know at the time when she brought it to me, okay, me and Letitia going to meet with this guy. Okay. I didn't know that part when she first brought it to me. I didn't learn that until after I talked to them. So me digging up her past, that wasn't true. I did share the information. I didn't deny that I did not go meet with this guy. I own that. I stand in that. 10 toe down on that. I never denied that. But what I did deny is it was a post that Tambra made stating that I reached out to our showrunner and I begged them to cover the story. And that's when the showrunner, I post the text messages where the showrunner responded to me and said, well, no, we didn't tell Tambra that. That's a lie. So
wow.
Why would you say something like that to paint a narrative like I begged them to run this story on you? And that wasn't the truth.
Your initial thing was looking out, like you wanted to see what was going on because of your own personal experience, just originally. Like
it wasn't. Now it was not to hurt Tambra. It wasn't that. And to be honest with you, I talked to women and Tambra would talk. I've had several conversations with Tambra over the years,
right?
And a lot of those conversations was about when I went through what I went through with Latrice and this blogger, we
Right.
were talking night, for hours, about the situation. She didn't care for Latrice. She didn't like Latrice.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Season
Exactly.
1 and season 2.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So we did have conversations. Um, I have invited her to events. She invite me, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
We did support each other. So when my friend Keisha reached out to me, I don't believe that Keisha had malicious intent towards Tambra, because Tambra is somebody that she should have supported, and Tambra have supported her as well.
Okay.
So it was no beef with the girl, the young lady who is friends with Tambra's ex.
Okay.
It's just
Gotcha.
I got caught up in it by default because
Yeah.
I'm a part of the show.
Okay.
Now, what I did learn after this happened, that this guy had reached out to all of the Bells. You see what I'm saying? From an anonymous page, trying to be to be heard.
Yes.
But I didn't see it. Afterwards, I had my team to go back and look after the other ladies claimed he reached out to them. And when my team went back and checked my messages, they found it. Because I don't receive messages from people that I don't follow.
Right. Gotcha.
And I don't follow, you know what I'm saying? So if I don't follow you, or if I don't accept your message, I don't see a message. They all go on a different folder.
Right.
So I didn't know that this guy had reached out to us. So my intent, like I stated, it wasn't to hurt Tambra. But this narrative that got pushed, like I deliberately tried to dig up dirt on her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that wasn't the case.
Wow.
And I apologize. When we went to smash it,
the thing, yeah, go ahead.
Right. I told her first what had happened. That her husband reached out to Keisha and Keisha reached out to me. She heard it from me first. She didn't have to get it from the streets. I didn't go and discuss this with nobody else but her.
So that's that's a lot. And Marie, was talking about this, and nobody really picked this up. She broke it down, the reason why. Now, with that being said, like I was saying before, when Letitia was having that, let's get together, talk girls, whatever, Marie was standing up saying, it's negative because Latrice is sitting there, and Marie was like, I have too much to lose, I can't be attached or whatever. And I feel like because Latrice had Antoinette, Selena, they fuel her fire. She feels like she has like a crew. I'm just being honest, to me. That's the way it looks. And it seems like when either one of those or anyone extra, because she gets happy when she sees Antoinette going off and saying things about the collective and just jumping in and taking over, and Letitia is trying to talk. I don't understand why Antoinette is there. She made it plainly clear sitting there. I left the Belle Collective because there's no collective. Then, ma'am, why are you here? Is the question. I don't understand it. If we're trying to get to a better place, as they're stating, I don't understand why Antoinette is there. Antoinette, to me, I feel like does not like the collective. Hold on. When she speaks about the collective, it is such in a way where it's like, I just don't like these people. These girls can't get along. She doesn't like the program itself. She just does not like it. So I'm sitting here saying, why are you here, mama? You came here just to get some stuff off your chest after 4 years? Girl, get up out of here. After 4 years, you want to come through here and try to read somebody? I don't understand it. I don't. Just bringing negativity and drama where there should not be. You've already said there's no collective. The girls can't get along. Da da da. Okay, cool. Then why bring in somebody over here that left because she said no one can get along? It's not a collective. I'm confused by that. So confused. And she came in with a lot of smoke and everything ready. So that's why I asked the question, why can't they get along? What is it? You got, like I said, so Gucci has a whole litigation going on with Selena. This whole blended family that we all thought was, doing a thing are having some really big issues where you can't even have a family get together because she has legal stuff going on with the mom, the stepmom and the mom. Like, come on. It makes no sense. I do understand so Gucci being embarrassed and other things at that at Latrice's gathering. And I could also understand why she could feel like it was a setup. Because Latrice, I don't know. The energy I'm getting from Latrice is, baby, every time I see you, it's gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna have my gang, 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 gang with me every time. We're gonna roll. It's been given that for the past 2 years, especially, and I have to also jump on this train to say this. A lot of things Latrice is probably feeling because at the reunion, you had two people, mostly look. I thought Letitia was about to put some hands. I thought the power was going to come out at the reunion. And so if I'm Latrice, I am going to feel some type of way or feel like people are going to be trying to come for me physically. I'm just going to be real about that. At the end of the reunion, the way they gave off, baby, it could be whatever. Now, I don't like, I said, the big back could be, I didn't like all that. But I'm just saying, I could understand how she could feel a way that the girls are coming for her physically. Not just me being, I gotta be real about it. It's so many fractured relationships here that even though even Letitia has her own problems with Glenn, she's had issues with Latrice. I feel like that Letitia is trying so hard to mend a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. I just think she wants to see something else. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. She's probably like, how can we up here saying we're mentoring women, we're collective, we're trying to get other women to join this. She's like, who gonna want to join this mess? She ain't lying. She's not lying. Now, the one thing I will say is for Letitia, she can't expect it to happen in one season or overnight. And again, Latrice and Marie's relationship is one of the biggest things of this collective that you can say is the issue or the people who have the most issue. And this has been a problem since the beginning of the first season. I can't remember which episode. It seemed like the first season was when Latrice and Marie was more applicable. To be honest, maybe the first couple of episodes until they had, everything that happened at the that dinner with the hat and the hair, all that crap. Because at the end of it all, Marie was talking about Latrice's brand. Latrice felt like she was coming for her brand. Latrice also came for Marie's brand. So they came for each other in a heavy way. Your brand is your DNA. And if somebody's going to come for it, that is like a non-negotiable. That's a below the belt. That's a code. Whether you're a business woman or business man or business whatever you clarify yourself to be, to come for somebody's brand is below the belt. Period. And it would take Dr. Phil and Ivana to have a sit down or a conversation with Marie and Latrice for it to actually be some resolution. Because the whole fixing the collective, whatever, collective, whatever they're trying to do, none of that's going to do anything. Okay. So, mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if they're gonna even get along anymore, but I'm telling you right now, even if they all got along, Marie and Latrice, if that is not repaired, it's gonna be forever what we see every season. I feel like that Marie is actually coming to a place and she's giving that where she will want to have a resolution, but right now she's just not gonna do it because she feels like Latrice is not gonna be open to it. And at one point in time, I was thinking maybe she would, but when she sat there and said, "I'm trying to figure out what she has to lose," like what was the purpose of saying anything, Latrice? Marie hadn't said anything to you. I was watching. Marie hadn't said anything to you. She just said, "I can't be with the negative. I can't, whatever." I wouldn't have said anything because that makes you look crazy. When you repeat the same thing over and over and get the same results, what in the world do you call that? Insanity. Anyway, yeah. In my closing words, this is really now has become a part of the brand, or become a part of the show, the beefing included. Um, that played this already. The views and opinions expressed on this channel are those of this channel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it, because I don't care. You just actually would like to see something different. But I don't want to be fake either. If you know, if Marie and Latrice, it is what it is, it is what it is. But or it would be something they gotta do on their own without the cameras, without Carlos King producing the remix of it. It would have to be probably the two of them by themselves, in my opinion. But I don't know. Y'all leave me the comments and let me know what y'all think. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe for me. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it. It is what it is. Period.